To many Munster rugby fans, Ronan O'Gara is one of the best out-halves in history. Rog has won every honour imaginable throughout his illustrious career. However, he doesn't really seem to be mentioned in the greatest of all time conversation, which is dominated by Dan Carter, Johnny Sexton and Johnny Wilkinson. Why is that? Why is it so hard to understand how good he really was? Ronan O'Gara was born in 1977 in San Diego, California, a long way away from his native county Cork. O'Gara began playing rugby at school representing the infamous PBC. It was here where he met Declan Kidney, who would go on to coach O'Gara not only at Munster but Ireland as well. O'Gara's uniqueness was defined not only by the era past, but his ability to break new ground. He would have grown up watching players such as Tony Ward and Willie John McBride, players that prided themselves on toughness and resilience. Rog took their characteristics with him and dove headfirst into the professional era, making his Munster debut in 1997. O'Gara remains to this day Munster's highest ever point scorer. Over his 240 caps, he won the Champions Cup in 2006 and 2008, along with 3 Pro 14 titles and a Celtic Cup, scoring a whopping 2,625 points. He was capped for Ireland 128 times, winning the Six Nations, a Grand Slam and 4 Triple Crowns, in addition to touring with the Lions on 3 separate occasions. Rog received an award in 2010 for Best European Player of the last 15 seasons. This was testament to not only the quality but the longevity of his career. But what specifically made O'Gara such a maverick on the pitch? Firstly, his toughness was impressive, both mentally and physically. He demanded the best from those around him, and by God did he hold them accountable. Being an out-half, he was often targeted by the opposition, but Rog was unflappable. Second, his boot. Speaking of unflappable, Rog was absolutely exquisite from the tee. His kicking routine was calculated, methodical and perfect. His kicking out of hand was audacious, constantly keeping the opposition pinned back and worried about the variety of executions. Finally, O'Gara had ice running through his veins. During a time when drop goals were rarely attempted, he won several matches and tournaments when the entire team relied solely on him. If there was ever a man to nail a kick under pressure, it was him. O'Gara was a maverick because he was the first player who not only displayed the raw talent of many greats before him, but he gave the blueprint to the players who grew up in the professional era of rugby. Rog understood the game. He understood how important it was to transition with the times. This is epitomised perfectly since his retirement. He has been able to evolve into one of the world's best coaches, having already won 2 Champions Cups with La Rochelle. Which brings us to this Saturday. One of Munster's greatest ever players stands in the way of his boyhood club. Titans of the sport going toe to toe in search of writing their own names in the record books and creating their legacy. Will he break the hearts of the fans who once cheered him on from the stands of Thomond Park? Or will the new age of Munster rugby prove too fierce for Rog's La Rochelle? Have your say in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, be a gent and hit like and subscribe. It honestly massively helps us out in creating more rugby content. As always, cheers for watching. Catch you at the next one.